This is an idea which is just born with the EMC, and our Secretary General Nicola Monda is here. Engineer Association of Mediterranean Countries is one of the main, political sponsor of this idea. We started a few years ago. What is the idea? It's to connect Europe and Africa, not thinking that Europe is still in a different way colonizing Africa, but Africa is the future. Africa is the future, therefore we have to work together. So the visionary engineering is just, I mentioned this morning, the Suez Canal, and then if you think to the corridors, it is very clear that the connection between Tunisia and Sicily, it's absolutely important and psychologically very, very important. And the future will be that. Of course, not tomorrow, not the next year, not the next 10 years, but we will see. In the meantime, in the north of Europe, they are dealing with this red banana. If we think that in that case, the Mediterranean was just crossed by the ships, 90% of the ships that go through the Suez Canal goes directly to Rotterdam. And then the goods come from Rotterdam to Central Europe. Why? We should connect all this, and why not using Italy as a peer to the Mediterranean. This idea of AfroMEDITERRANEAN bridging, we named it Ulysses Canal. You have the new Silk Road, okay. And this is very important because from one side, this east side, the Chinese, they are somehow colonizing, I mean, psychologically or even economically, Africa, that's very clear. But you see the line, it arrives here and it goes this way. Why not staying here? I go very fast because I have no time, but to show that in the meantime, in Africa, and that's a very important point I discussed with our friends in Nigerian Society of Engineers. You see the corridors, 1, 2, 3, 4. The two corridors, 2 and 3, goes to Algeria and Libya. Why not connecting this? And then move from that side to Turkey and so on. So it's again a visionary engineer. I called it the TUNeIT, which is TUNIT, Tunisia and Italy. On the other side, I grab it. This is Greece, Albania, and Italy. Then my visionary engineer is starting from Cape Town, a railway go through Abuja, and then go to Beijing. This is the visionary engineering. Yes, maybe now, but even last century, a lot of things were considered visionary. The connection between the different continents is Gibraltar, Suez, and Bosphorus. These three lands. If we want to cross from Africa to East, of course we can go through Suez, but after that you find Israel. It's impossible to cross Israel for the moment. So I show you these pictures I've got in the Nigerian Society of Engineers, where I was with Nicola Monda a few years ago, showing that this is not a visionary engineering. These are green corridors just already organized. If we think of that, then all the connection will be organized in such a way that even the transverse. Again, this. And what is interesting is through this line, you may find a lot of UNESCO sites. So I go very, very quick because I have no time, but just to show you, in a lot of places you find UNESCO. I come to Carthage, of course, Tunis, it's very important. Then it's Sicily, this is a very nice bridge, no more water. it's not a viaduct anyway, it's a bridge because it's nice. Or the Mount Etna, or just Trulli Alberobello, or in Albania, or just Mount Athos, you see. We go to Istanbul. Why showing this? Because UNESCO is one of the most important topics. The unification we may have in the future and in the present time is just for the culture. The Great Wall, we were there many times. The Great Wall is more psychological than real as it is now. And we start with this. Enea is a very, very famous research center from Italy. They proposed a connection between Sicily and Italy and Tunisia with 4 artificial islands. This was a tunnel. And it was the original idea. This is the tunnel, the red one, the artificial island, you see. Then we propose to make a bridge. Then we understand that it is very difficult because you have a problem with the ship collision. Not only the deep, because this is 250 meters. Actually, you can do very easily these things. It's costly. It costs a lot of money, of course. Then we try to make like this. And finally, as you will see, this was our proposal to have an intermediate part with partially submerged tunnel. And Valona-Otranto, this is much more difficult. Much more difficult because although it is not so much, the other one is 140 kilometers. We've seen this morning that 130 kilometers in China, they are dealing with this, so no problem. Here you have less, but then I show you some details. And this is not an engineering view, but we imagine to have somehow some artificial islands here, or just connect with a certain ideas. It's not so much. And then a submerged tunnel. The submerged tunnel has an advantage from the transit of the ships. No problem. But it has a lot of problem of safety. This is the reason why we need to connect with outside with some islands. I just imagine how to organize these things, and let me dream with you, because if you have a suggestion, what you see here, a fantastic eye, and then the inspiration is how to be the cross of the tunnel. You see? The transformation, a dream to the reality, or again another dream. We start because sometimes I remember I'm an engineer, and you see these are for the cars, this is for the train, and these are 2 safety tunnel details. I save some time. Then I speak a little bit about Messina. Messina Bridge is it's not a dream, it's a nightmare. Because 10 years ago, everybody was happy, we can do it. Then, for political reasons, it was being cancelled. It has been cancelled, although the contract was signed. I'm sorry to say that to save some money, which is nothing, because the investment of the state was really ridiculous with respect to the other one. It was a symbol. And again, I'm thinking to the dreams. This is just a kind of, Gaetano Pesce is a painter, is a dreamer. But just to remember how this was designed by the wind. 3 lanes, open, 3.3 kilometers. This cross section is Messina type. Me, again, I am a dreamer, so I imagine a skyscraper. So you have also the possibility to leave the bridge, leaving the bridge. Can you imagine at 400 meters here, how can you can sell this, because if you make a right communication, you can even save money. I made some calculation. They could save 1 billion euros for that. And I don't enter too much, but it was also studied for sustainability, wind energy, and other things like that. Then my dream, we have the Bitcoin, why not the Medcoin? Maybe like the sestertium in the past, because the Mediterranean is the real Europe. That's what we have to say. And then, but I cannot cancel the euro because it has the bridges in the money. Bridge means money. Money means bridge. And then, again, how many names of the bridge you have? I just cut some of them, again with the UNESCO. You have Alcantara, you have a bridge, you have a ponte, puente, pun, ciao. Ciao is pronounced ciao in Chinese. I don't know how to pronounce it. Ogogo, it seems Nigerian. It seems Kiao, Köprü is, you know. But what is important is mostly in our here and in all Balkan is the bridge. And most in English, what is the most? Most, it's the top. Okay, I got a honor award of this, and I wrote something as a bridge between person, people, and culture. This is the Al-Idrisi. Al-Idrisi was a famous geographer who presented the Mediterranean on the other side, which is very important psychologically. It means that the past was in Africa, we were born in Africa, and we will be back in Africa. So Africa is our future. And another prize I've got, and if you don't mind, I would like to show this picture because I was dealing with, this is Haliç Bridge in Istanbul. One of my co-workers, an architect, proposed me, Professor, please put your hand like this, just to support the bridge. And I'm very happy and very proud to say that we worked 3 years to accept UNESCO, this bridge, to be made, because it was make a competition between the minarets of the Suleiman the Magnificent Mosque. It means that if we think to the culture, we think to the heart. It means, again, love. The bridge is love. Thank you so much.